What's up guys, Reefer NYC back with another video. Today, I think I've made my choice. This tank has been neglected. Honestly, it's crashed so many times where I've sort of lost interest in maintaining this tank. As you can see, there's so much cyano. Obviously, the chemical clean did not work. All the water changes did not work. It's really frustrating actually. But yeah, I think I am done with this tank, just trying to figure out the next move, whether it be setting up a new one, setting from scratch, like taking out all the rocks, moving all the livestock. Just trying to figure out what the next step is for this tank. I'm probably gonna do another water change real quick, just to suck up all the red, because it is sad to see, but I mean, the fish are thriving, they're eating healthy, they're all really healthy. But corals are not doing so well. I actually moved a lot of the corals to actually, let me show you real quick, the water box. So for the water box right now, I moved all the frog spawns, I moved all the torches in here. So it's super packed. It actually looks really nice packed, but honestly, it's just way too packed for now. So I'm trying to figure out, trying to save as many corals that I can from here or sell them off, and then trying to figure out what I want to do with this whole section here. Obviously, I want to have two tanks just as a backup, but I want to figure out what the next step is for this tank. Let me know in the comments section what you guys think I should do, but honestly, it's very frustrating trying to maintain this tank when everything that I try to do is not working. So I think doing a full restart for a tank that I actually want, that actually fits this space nicely, that I can appreciate, especially with the equipment and stuff that I have on this tank. Like, I really want to use this equipment to its best ability, really showcase it, and really show you that you can have a successful reef tank. And there are problems that can happen, as you can see here. But definitely want to reset this tank, restart this tank, and see what I can do from here. Maybe it's new livestock. I definitely want to do, yeah, I mean, I made my choice. I want to make a new tank. I just want to start from scratch, whether it be doing a cycle, bring you guys along the ride too. Just starting from scratch as a beginner, trying to show you the ropes on how to start up a reef tank, and the issues and the pros and cons of what can happen to a reef tank. But honestly, there's been so many crashes to this tank, it's very frustrating. Yeah, it sucks to see this tank go, but I'd rather have a tank that I can stare out for hours rather than trying to fix the tank for hours. So I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. So a lot of these fish will probably go to good homes, or I'll probably have a quarantine tank at one of my friend's place or a cousin's place. Try to figure that out still, but definitely want to go in a new direction for this tank. Maybe a custom aquascape, maybe a minimalist scape. I've seen those lift the Japanese scapes, so trying to figure out what's the next step. This Nethia though is a monster. This is my hand. It's bigger than like anything. It's bigger than my stomach, I would say. It's just been growing like crazy. Obviously, the anemone's doing fine. Zoas are fine. I'm surprised about that bubble coral, actually. The base is covered in cyano, but the bubbles are actually really nice on that. My Ghani's definitely not there anymore. I don't know what's happening. I've tested all my parameters, and like, I don't understand. Yeah, I just don't understand. It's really frustrating. But yeah, guys, comment below section what I should do. Should I go with a bigger tank, smaller tank, cube, rectangle, rimless? What brands of tanks do you guys like? I want to stray away from Red Sea. I hate the plumbing, honestly. I bought this tank used, which was a really good deal. It served its purpose, but I want to get a tank that really suits what I'm trying to put in this section, rather than a tank that actually I got because it was a good deal. But yeah, next steps, we'll see what happens with this tank, but obviously I want to get another tank in this spot that looks really nice, whether it be a lagoon, whether it be, you know, a cube or something like that. But yeah, leave it in the comments what I should do next. I'll definitely listen to your recommendations. Obviously, I want to transfer all the equipment that I have on this tank to the next tank. And yeah, it's going to be a wild ride on how I want to progress with this tank. Yeah, it just sucks. Like, there's so many crashes that happened. When I went to Italy, that was like the last straw. Like, it was a full crash on my tank. There was so much going on when I came back to Italy that I couldn't even film any content because I was just in like shock mode that it actually, the worst case scenario just happened. My return pump failed. It was a J-Bow return pump. It failed and it stopped putting water into the main display, which then, obviously from the main display, there's no heat in the main display. There's no water going through the main display. So cyano just took over. A lot of stuff died. I think I had like two fish die, which then polluted the tank. Then everything else got polluted. Then the toadstool started dying. And of course, toadstool leathers, like, they're known to just like nuke your tank. So that's pretty much what happened. So luckily, the stuff that you see surviving was actually thankful to the two wave pumps, because they were below the water line. The water dropped to like over here, and all that was running was the two wave pumps. Without the wave pumps, everything would have died. Also, my apartment runs about 70 degrees. So that's what sort of saved it as well. But obviously not enough to maintain a tank at your regular 70-ish, 77, 78 kind of temperature. So it was around 70 degrees for a good 3 or 4 days. And yeah, tank was not looking good at all. You can believe my shock when I got home. I'm like, man, this is not good. But you live and learn. I got to do some changes. Once I figure out the new tank, what it is going to be, I got to do some changes to how I set up the probes and heaters and all that kind of stuff. So maybe a little more extra redundancies, maybe a heater and a display. Just trying to figure that out. Yeah, it wasn't looking good. But yeah, I just want to show you the truth of what happens in this hobby. Not everything is all rainbows and fancy stuff. Stuff does happen. So definitely you get into this hobby with caution. It's fun. It's great to look at. It's very educational, but very frustrating at the same time. But yeah, guys, if you have any comments, any questions, let me know in the comment section below what I should do next. But looking forward to the next journey on what I want to do with this entire space. Obviously, I want it to look real nice in the apartment. I don't have that much room in the apartment as well. So yeah, this might be the end of an era for the Red Sea 250. I think I've had this tank up for like 2 or 3 years. I forget, but it served its purpose. It's time for the next one. Yeah, thanks guys for watching. I appreciate all your love and support. I appreciate all the DMs that I've been getting, try to encourage me to continue this tank or trying to push me to get another tank. I appreciate all of your comments, all your engagement. Yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.